All right. Yep. We're on in 15. Hi. How's he looking, Doc?
Well, we ran the test. We got the diagnostics back. There's no broken bones. No current fractures that we've noticed. But I mean, as of right now, I would not suggest any sort of physical contact for about, say, 2-3 weeks at the most.
No. I'm fine, man. I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Hey, look. Will he be all right for Pandora?
As of right now, I don't see that being a good possibility.
Okay, look, we'll check back close to time. Look, Milky, I know you wanted to go out there and speak tonight, but maybe it's best if we just cut this for tonight.
No, Cruz. I can't do that. You know,
Look,
out
you're
of
the
all
world champion. I need you at 100% for Pandora.
out of all people, I thought you would be the one to understand everything I've worked for, everything that I've been through. To just give it up all like this.
And look at where that got me. Look, please, just sit this one out, all right?
I don't care how much I have to go through, Cruz. I'm not going to allow guys like Saintzz, guys like Steve, guys like Omega, Ultimate Taco, anyone take this spot for me. Doc, I appreciate the advice, but I just can't. I can't. I'm sorry, Cruz.
Ladies and gentlemen, rise and shine. Happy Valentine's Day. Welcome to MWA Rise, a huge night of action here at the Sunrise Center. Big tag team match in our main event. The franchise players taking on Vanish and EQ. So much more going on tonight. We're going to hear from Saintzz, the participants of the Pandora's Box ladder match will be confirmed. But kicking us off tonight's singles action, Hazel versus Jakob Cage. But first, let's see what brought us to this match.
Said you wanted to see me?
Yeah. Listen, as much as we appreciate you being around, we can't just let you in that easy. But listen, we still want you here, but you need to make up for the things you've done.
Yeah, Breezy, we like what you've done for us. You helped us out before, you teamed with us. But as of today, you're now a pledge of Delta Dropkick. And once me and Bryce believe that you're ready, you can come in, party with us anytime you want.
Sounds good, guys. I'd just like to say thank you again for everything. If it weren't for you guys, who knows what would have happened. I'm going to make sure I don't let you guys down whatsoever.
All right, but wait. As your first duty, we're gonna need some alcohol for Valentine's.
Yep. No worries.
I'm gonna need you to. Yeah.
Yep, I can grab that right now. I'll hit the store right now. All right.
You're already doing great.
Thank you.
He's growing up so fast.
I'll go do that right now. I'll see you guys later.
Oh, that's a great kid, Bryce. That's a great kid.
What a great guy.
What the hell?
Hi, guys. Did you interrupt something?
What the hell are you guys doing in our locker room?
Oh, nothing. We were just passing by, and because we had some news to deliver to the two of you. Do you remember how at Lone Survivor, despite us beating you fair and square, you all still got an unjustified shot at the MWC Tag Team Championship at Execution? It seems that since then, Cruz has gone into brain surgeries he desperately needed, and he saw what happened at New Dynasty, where Tara pinned you, Jakob, if I recall. And that made us the new #1 contenders for the belt that you have around your waist. And at Pandora, we officially challenge you. And with Saintzz in our corner mentoring us, we'll finally put an end to this little quabble that we have and bring gold to the Steel City Saints. Oh, and one last thing before I leave. Jakob, I'll see you in the ring later tonight.
singles action time here on Rise. 15 minutes on the clock. As you look to the ramp, you see the newest additions to the Steel City Saints, Tara. And leading the charge is Hazel, as she prepares to go one-on-one with one half of the MWA World Tag Team Champions, Jakob Cage. The SCS have had their issues with Delta drop kick for the past few months, Ultraviolet included, and now they look to settle the score here tonight on Rise in singles action.
Listen to this track. Girl, the way you moving, got me in a trance. DJ turn me up, ladies get so jam. I'm a superstar, you gon' move fast, and I'ma throw this money while you do it with no hands. Girl, drop it to the floor. I love the way you really got.
It was back at Execution, three-way tag team match. Those two bring Ultraviolet, the Paradox, and these two men stepped in. And these two men were the ones who left victorious as the brand new MWC World Tag Team Champions. B. Rice, Primetime, Jakob Cage, Delta Dropkick have had the tag division on lock. And everywhere they go is a house party. But tonight I feel like the tensions are a little more higher than usual. And the bell is called for. First match of the night is underway. Hazel, Jakob Cage, starting off by circling the ring, sizing up one another, and very quickly into a lockup. It's clear as day Jakob Cage has the size advantage, both in height and in weight, very quickly into a standing switch. Waist lock in on Hazel. Hazel able to find herself out of it. And right into that headlock. You see Jakob there stopping at the foot, behind into a hammer lock there, playing a little dirty as he starts backing Hazel towards those ropes. Got to be careful. She might be able to grab it, get a break. But nevertheless, her back is against it, and the referee is going to have to get Jakob Cage off of this. Hazel sends off the ropes by Jakob Cage. Jakob Cage underneath. Jakob Cage up and over. And a big-time shoulder tackle from one half of the tag team champions. Now big drop kick follows it up with the cover. Hazel able to kick out. Early goings looking good for primetime Jakob Cage. As Hazel crawls across the ring, Jakob Cage with her sized up from the corner. What was that? He's calling for the beer belly splash. And Hazel able to tip him out onto the apron. But instead, I think Jakob Cage there just smacking his head off the apron there, wasn't able to catch himself. And falls down to ringside. And now Hazel with a hold of him and right into the barricade. She sends Jakob Cage. All Bryce can do here at ringside is watch on from the distance. And back into the ring goes Jakob Cage. Right as the count was starting. And this might be a gigantic turning point for Hazel for the Steel City Saints in this singles match. Jakob Cage claiming he might have a dislocated shoulder. And Hazel back into the ring, big time. Knee to the gut. turning Jacob Cage inside out. Handful of hair now. Hey. And look at this. Hazel just skipping around the ring, holding Jacob Cage's hair, just wrenching, sending him all around. Into the corner he goes. Hazel follows it up with a big time high knee. And take a look at this, the heel of Hazel's boot just digging at Jacob Cage's head. His shoulder, my mistake, right there on his trap muscle, his neck, right there against his shoulder. Clear Jacob Cage, already feeling the effects from being sent into that barricade, being sent down onto the apron. And now, but however, Jacob Cage starting to fight back here against Hazel. The tag team champ is still in it. Powers her up. And Hazel, hey, a hold of Jacob Cage's nose there. Just behind, big time German suplex. That is a lot of weight to get over your shoulder. Bridges through Jacob Cage, able to kick out, especially for someone with the stature of Hazel. Typically, when somebody's going for their face, they dig at their mouth, they dig at their eyes. Hazel just going straight for Jacob Cage's nose there. I don't think I've ever seen something like that. Hazel very clearly starting to get frustrated here, unable to put away Jacob Cage. Now look at this, a hold of both wrists, and now just stomping at the side of Jacob Cage's shoulder. Time and time again. And look at this, the referee being forced to back Hazel up, and I don't blame him. I don't blame senior official Steve here. It's clear Jacob Cage's shoulder has taken a beating, but come on, that wasn't wrestling. Referee being forced to check on the tag team champion. Bryce at ringside, his partner, trying to rally him on, words of motivation. And now Hazel just laid her hands on the referee. I mean, referee Steve is only going to be so lenient with you. Oh, but Jacob Cage, big time spinning back fist. That might be an opening. He's created distance across the ring, and now maybe that beer belly splash nails it. All 250 pounds of him crashing into Hazel. Stomach across her face as now Jacob Cage ascending to the top rope. And I apologize. There's the beer belly splash. And now Hazel just struggling to her feet. Lifts her up. Twisted T-bone suplex. Lays her down on the canvas and now into the cover. And oh no, my mistake. I thought Jacob Cage had it there. The twisted T-bone suplex. But Hazel was able to kick out. Now Jacob Cage into a headlock on Hazel. And Hazel, hey, biting at Jacob Cage's arm. Surely, I don't think the referee saw that there. I mean, come on. Hazel from behind, straight jacket, nails the Forsaken Light on Jacob Cage. Hold of the arms, nails that backstabber, and now into the cover. Might be able to pin one half of the tag team champions, but no. Jacob Cage still alive in this matchup. Hazel into the face of the referee, obviously aggravated with the decision. And take a look at there, Jakob leaps up, gets that party foul out of nowhere as Hazel, her emotions got the best of her, and it was a distraction for the moment. Jakob Cage is victorious.
Listen to this track. Girl, the way you moving, got me in a trance. DJ turn me up, ladies get so jammed. I'm a superstar, you gon' want them fans, and I'ma throw this money.
Huge victory for one half of the tag team champions. Bryce and Jakob, the celebration starting early, ladies and gentlemen. Any victory for them is a Super Bowl win. And I think they're about to head back to Whitestone University. Hey! Tara from behind, striking Bryce. And now Hazel back on Jakob Cage. What the hell? The Steel City Saints, Ultraviolet, Tara, and Hazel obviously not happy with the result of that matchup, as they are assaulting the tag team champions. With a hold of Jakob Cage, Hazel sending it back into the ring, and now you see a Breezy out here, helping out his brothers, his Delta Dropkick frat mates. Coming to the aid, into the ropes, oh, big time clothesline. Tara spilling to the outside. And Breezy, he's reaching into his pocket here. Oh my God! Pina Colada off of Hazel's head. And Breezy coming to the aid of the tag team champions.
Listen to this track.
A big win for Jakob Cage, nevertheless. Ultraviolet assaults them after the match, but Breezy coming out to make the assist for DDD. Welcome back to Rise. Currently you see on the stage the leader of the Steel City Saints, the Beast Saints. It was 1 week ago right here in the Sunrise Center where Steve had a World Championship Eliminator match against the All-Heart Milky, the World Heavyweight Champion. And in the end, Milky would get that roll-up victory over him. And afterwards, Saints would lay his hands on the World Champion, would hit the Beast Unleashed, would use a steel chair, and would finally hit that Beast Unleashed through a table. We have never seen Saints get this physical with a Minecraft wrestler since returning, but now a microphone in his hand. Let's allow the man to explain his actions from last week.
Well, to no one's surprise, the MWA committee isn't happy with me. And they forced my hand into coming out here to explain my actions last week on Rise. And as much as I don't want to do this, I feel like some of you cretins in the crowd tonight are wanting answers. So everyone here at the Sunrise Center, park your asses and listen very carefully, because I'm only going to explain myself once. The reason why I did what I did to the world champion last week is because I had no other choice. My patience was very thin, and it just required the smallest leak for the floodgates to burst open and my patience to go with it. Now, a few questions I've heard circulating backstage are, has he finally gone crazy? Defeat after defeat after defeat. Has Saints finally had enough? And why Saints? Why attack Milky? I have tried for so damn long to keep my temper under control, but at this point in time, sod it. I don't care anymore. I don't care about this damn ring. I don't care about this damn arena. I don't give a damn about anyone backstage. And I especially don't give a damn about you piss stains in attendance. I have had enough. 5 different people have been under my wing since I started the Steel City Saints, and not one of them has scratched the surface of the world title picture. Breezy couldn't get to the world title. Hell, the silly twat couldn't even get to the spotlight title. Pico couldn't get to the world title, but in his defense, it's a bit difficult to climb the ladder if you're 6 feet underground, eh? Hazel hasn't even tried to get to the world title. Same goes with Tara. Both of them are too busy dealing with a pissed up version of Alvin and Simon on Rise and Inspector Gadget and his lapdog on Takeoff. And Steve, as much as he is my brother in the SCS, his loss last week has put him on thin ice. But don't worry, Sunrise Center. I still have someone who can bring World Championship glory to Steel City. I have one more person who is the only person I can trust to end this fairy tale title reign. A former world champion, a former tag team champion, a former extreme champion, and hell, if you really want a blast from the past, a former MAW champion. That man goes by the name of Saintzz. Now that that bridge is crossed, I need someone here to talk to personally whilst I'm out here. So, listen up, Trey. I don't know if you're paying very close attention to me right now. Those chair shots from last week are still probably wafting about in that head of yours. So your hearing might not be that good right now, but don't sweat it, buddy. You can watch this back over and over again until the message is embedded in your head. When I told you last week that you made the biggest mistake of your career, it wasn't because you were going one-on-one with Steve. No, you and Steve last week didn't play out like I planned it to. Did I have faith in Steve to put you in your place? You're damn right I did. But because you just managed to get the upset over him, you have made me a very desperate man. You made the mistake of putting the taste of World Championship gold into my mouth, and now I want a piece. Milky, listen up. I want to fight you at Pandora. I want you to put the MWC World Championship on the line. I want the match that was supposed to be the main event of the very first Extreme Chaos. I want the match that's 8 years in the making to happen on February the 23rd. And let me tell you right frickin' now, I am not leaving Pandora until I am the last original stand-in and until I am known as a 3-time world champion. You've made your bed, Milky. It's time to lie in it. I will see you real soon.
And ladies and gentlemen, it's clear what Saintz's intentions are on. And what the hell? It's the world champion. It's Milky. He's limping down the stage here at the Sunrise Center. I mean, look at him. It's clear he is not 100%. He's unable to put any weight on that right leg. But it's clear he wants his hands on Saintzz after what he did to him last week. We've got our medical trainers out there. We got the GM crews out there trying to stop him from getting in the ring. I mean, it's clear Milky is not medically cleared for any physical contact. But I mean, he just shoved them all back. And
Milky's getting into the ring, and Saintzz meets him there and just kicked him in the head. Come on. So there is a reason that he's called the All Heart. So much fight in the man. But I mean, it's clear he is nowhere near 100% after that assault with a steel chair being put through my announce table. And now the medical trainers cruise into the ring, checking on the All Heart. And Cruz getting into the face of the Beast. Devastating assault once again from Saintzz, and it is clear now that Saintzz has his eyes on the World Heavyweight Championship, and this might mean a return to the ring for the Beasts in the very near future. Only time will tell. Nevertheless, Saintzz has made his intentions clear as our medical trainers Cruz check on the World Heavyweight Champion in the ring.
So much worse than whatever that may come behind one. I've just begun breaking from the monster in my head, replacing you with me instead. You won't see me ever again. Breaking from the monster in your
Ladies and gentlemen, 9 days from tonight, MWA Pandora is live from the Barclays Center on February 23rd. And on that night, you will see the return of the Pandora's Box ladder match. A huge opportunity for anybody who can grab the briefcase and claim the Pandora's Box. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to announce the 6 participants of that match. First up, we have none other than the Peacemaker, Slick. Joining him will be, of the franchise players, the Franchise Ultimate. Sticking with the franchise players, we have the Icon, Taco. Representing DDD, we have Breezy. One half of the Paradox, the Antichrist, Kaloki. And lastly, of the Steel City Saints, the Problem, Steve. All the participants confirmed. We will see you 9 days from tonight. MWA Pandora, February 23rd. Don't miss it.
Good evening, folks. My name's George, and here tonight I'm joined by the franchise players of Ultimate, Omega, and Taco. So, in just a few moments...
Okay. That's enough from you, George. You look like someone I would have bullied in high school. Tonight, myself, Ultimate, the franchise players, we go 2-on-2 with some no good, violent maniacs. Equinox and Vanish. Boys, you've been thorns in the franchise players' sides. EQ, you assaulted my best friend Jasper for no reason, and Vanish got in my way of winning the World Heavyweight Championship. But tonight, we right those wrongs, and we take care of you too. Ultimate, tell them what we're going to do to them.
Oh, well, the Omega, tonight, we have been tasked with dealing with the X Factor and the Equalizer, 2 men who've been for some reason, involved in our business. Now, we don't know if it's because it's out of pure boredom or because you want to elevate your status here. But right here tonight in the Sunrise Center, you'll all realize that your actions have consequences, and those will be delivered to you by the hands of the Omega, the franchise, and the icon in our corner. Once we're done with you, Vanish, EQ, and everyone here will understand that you should never try to disrupt the franchise players.
Bread and butter, PB&J, I'm Hall, you're Nash. We got this. here we are, the main event of Rise, ladies and gentlemen, tag team action, and you see the Omega wasting no time, tagging in his partner, his franchise player's teammate, Ultimate. It's clear the Omega wants nothing to do with Vanish, two men who have been at each other's throats for months and months, ever since the Omega made his return to the MWA and turned his back on Vanish, a man who Vanish considered his friend. The two would have a singles match at Execution. Omega would leave on top with the help of his brass knuckles, and now we see Ultimate and Vanish kicking things off in this match. Vanish shooting Ult off out of the headlock, dropping down Ult over top of him. Back into the ropes. Look at Vanish there. Big time hip toss. Sending the franchise flying. Ult back to his feet. There's an arm drag from Vanish. Continuously outsmarting the Hall of Famers. He gets that huge drop kick there. Vanish holding his own right now against the former 3-time world champion. 2 times in MXW, 1 time under the MWC branch. Working on that wrist as he tags in his partner Equinox. EQ off the top rope. Dives with the Meteora. And down goes Ult. EQ rolls through. And Vanish and EQ are looking good in these opening moments. Of course, it was back at New Dynasty where EQ made his return to Minecraft Wrestling, confronting the Iron Man champion Jasper. Of course, those two men with one hell of a history book, and I'm sure they are going to be opening a new chapter come the near future. EQ now pulling Ult up, gets him into that headlock. Ultimate pushing EQ to those ropes, going to find a way to shoot him off, and he does, into the ropes, and oh, come on! Omega on the apron, kneeing EQ right in the back there. A cheap shot there from the franchise players. Look at that. Punching towards Omega. Omega jumping down, and Ultimate from behind with a big-time forearm. And now Ult with a hold of him. Oh, Dragon Suplex. And I think just like that, the tides are going to turn in this main event in the favor of Ult and Omega. Cover now on Equinox, and EQ able to kick out. You saw Vanish there almost having to step into the ring to break things up, but I think Vanish believes in EQ. He knows something like that isn't going to put him down. I mean, EQ has won everything there is to win in Minecraft Wrestling. Former tag team champion, former extreme champion, former global champion. I mean, he's done it all. He's won it all. You see Ult now with EQ in the franchise player's corner, making the tag to the Omega. EQ against the ropes there, Ultimate, able to shoot him off, and there's a big-time atomic drop from the Omega. And oh, Ult with that big boot to follow suit. And the equalizer is grounded. And this is exactly what the Omega wanted. He wanted Ult to get into the match first, to weaken the opponent, and he wanted to just get in there and ease things up for him. Pick the scraps, per se. Stomping away at Equinox is the Omega. Scooping him up, has him in that side position. Oh! Drops him on that knee. Pendulum backbreaker. Out of the side. Slam into the cover on EQ. EQ able to kick out. And the Omega already getting frustrated with the referee. Not even 5 minutes into this matchup. And look at this. Into the franchise player's corner goes Equinox. And now tagging in the former world champion. Won the title at Lone Survivor from Slick. But he would meet the current champion, the All-Heart Milky, in a no-holds-barred match back at Execution 2 months back. And that would be Milky's crowning moment to become a 2-time world champion as Ult nails that sliding Ultimate L on Equinox. But Equinox able to kick out. So much fight from the Equalizer, and Vanish on the apron, scratching at the bit. It's clear he wants his hands not only on Ultimate, but most importantly on the Omega, the man who turned his back on him, the man who cheated to win back at Execution, as the Omega gets tagged in and now locks that fool Nelson in on Equinox. Dangerous predicament for EQ. He's so far away from Vanish. Omega's got that full Nelson stitched in tight. We saw him debut that move back at New Dynasty against Milky. Trying to break the hold here. Trying to use that upper body strength. You see Omega trying to keep it in. Again, trying to break it. And EQ able to break out of it there. Into the ropes he goes. Oh, the lariat! But look at EQ underneath. Back elbow, EQ underneath it. Able to avoid it. Leaps up! Lunar Flare! Nails all of it on Omega, but he falls to the canvas. This could be the moment. This could be the opening. EQ needs to make that tag. He's reaching out for Vanish. Omega's too far from Ult, though. Vanish might be able to get his moment, and he's in there with Omega. Omega is in the ring with Vanish. Polish Hammer there. And another one from Vanish. Vanish has been waiting to get his hands on the Omega. Here he comes. Oh, gets popped up, and there's a knee strike. Vanish getting that payback on the Omega into the ropes. Omega able to reverse it. And comes Vanish. Oh, there's the X trigger. Nails it on the Omega. And in comes Ulto. Not legal, but into the ring. Oh, underneath super kick. He's got both the franchise players stirring here. Off the ropes. Leaps up. Double Kotaro Crusher. Nails both of the franchise players. Vanish is looking great in this main event on Rise. EQ wants back into this match. The tag gets made. EQ, the legal man. Vanish in there with him. EQ lifting up Omega. Vanish here off the ropes. Oh! There's the X trigger with the rack bob there. Tandem offense from these two. And into the pin. That's two. Oh, and the Omega able to kick out. Not enough here on Rise. But look at this kick to the midsection. Might be time for the Equalizer. Look at Omega there from behind. Rolling him up. Shoulders down. Oh, EQ able to kick out. Omega falling back into his corner. Ultimate there. A slap to the back, I think. Ult just tagged himself in. I'm not sure EQ is aware. Hook of the head again. The Equalizer looking for it again. Oh, and into the ring comes Ult. Hits the boss right on EQ. And Omega calling to get him up. Fireman's carry on EQ. And here comes Omega. Oh! Corkscrew neck breaker with the Samoan drop. They nail it on Equinox. And that might be all she wrote. Vanish still not 100% on the outside the cover. But EQ able to kick out still. All four of these men throwing everything but the kitchen sink at their opponents in our main event here tonight on Rise. Pandora only 9 days from tonight. And this tag match could have huge implications. The tag to Ult. And Omega wants him to hold EQ up for him. Holding up that elbow. I think it might be time for that midnight elbow. Here he goes. Oh, Vanish into the ring. X trigger. Nails it on the Omega. Look at Ult has a hold of him. Lifts him up. Gonna look for that Graftons and has him up. Sunset flip. Able to roll out of it. With a hook of the arms. Oh! Kamagoye! Nails that knee right to the forehead of Ult. And he spills to the outside. And oh, wait a second. What's EQ? What are EQ and Vanish thinking here? With a hold of the top rope. There goes EQ! Tope Meteora to the outside! EQ back into the ring. The legal man alongside the Omega. Look at Omega just stumbling to his feet. Comes towards him with the lariat. No one home. Lifts him up. Devil's Trigger! Nails it on the Omega. And that could be all him and Vanish needed to the cover. Oh, and hey, what the hell? Taco on the outside, laying Omega's foot on that bottom rope. EQ had this match won for him and Vanish. And look at this. Vanish wants to be the one to finish off the Omega in this All-Stars tag team match. Has him hooked. Tiger suplex. And now, hey, look. Taco on the apron. Taco on the apron. What's he doing? Taco distracting the official here. Vanish dropping Omega. And now, obviously going to try to get Taco out of here. Both the ref and Vanish trying to get him out of here. And hey, Ultimate just ult on the outside. He just slipped something to the Omega. He just... I think Ult might have just given Omega the brass knuckles. And there! He just hit Vanish across the head. Just like an execution with the brass knuckles. And look at this. EQ gets pulled off the apron by Ultimate. Hits the Ultimate L. Omega hits an elbow on Vanish into the cover. And the franchise players are victorious on Rise.
If you were church, I'd get on my knees, confess my love, I'd know where to be. My sanctuary, you're holy to me. If you were church, I'd get on my knees. I'd get on my knees. I'd get on my knees.
Oh, congratulations, boys. You know what? It's been a few weeks, but I actually think the MWA fans are starting to like you guys. I was backstage. I heard them chanting your name. What were you saying? Was it franchise frauds? Yeah, see, listen, they're saying you guys' name. Look, and congratulations on the win tonight. That was a great main event, I have to say. Look, here's the thing. I did, however, see how that match ended, and I can't let you guys get away with that. Now, I seem to notice there's a little bit of little bit of a hole right there between the Omega and Taco. Look, I don't know where Jasper is. I don't know why he decided not to show up tonight, but he will need to be here at Pandora, because being a champion in this company means that you actually have to defend that title. I'm not sure if he knows that, but he'll know that for sure, because at Pandora, Jasper, the Iron Man champion, will defend against none other than Equinox. I know he's not here. Look, pass on the message. Pass on the message for me, all right, guys? Thank you. Thank you very much. But that's, unfortunately, that's not all for you guys tonight. You know, I seem to remember the Omega, if you'll look at me when I'm speaking to you. I seem to remember your forearm going right into the bridge of my nose a few weeks ago. And, well, just like all your begging and whining and moaning on Twitter got you this main event, it's going to land you a little bit more as well. See, at Pandora, I'd like you to be in action as well, in singles action at that. How about this? You will take on Vanish in a rematch, but don't get all excited yet, because I've seen what you two have been up to. I've seen what Jasper's been up to. And to prevent any of that happening again, at Pandora, it'll be the Omega versus Vanish in a steel cage.
No. No!